and committed more crime. And then you get, well, it's just a sad story. We got the one thing in San Francisco. That's just the minority. That doesn't happen. That's just a rare. It's not. Yeah, it's not a rare occurrence. It's an everyday thing. Donald Trump was right. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I endorse the man for president, but I got to tell you something. He's looking pretty damn good. And I gotta tell you, I wish I was standing next to Sean Hannity, because I would have slapped the crap out of him. Well, now Donald's got to tell us what his plans are. No, he does not. He does not. Why? I don't see you, Sean, out there saying, why don't every other GOP candidate give us all their plans for everything? Why all of a sudden does the Donald got to do it? He's got a message and he can keep pounding it away. I mean, I have no idea where half these people's heads are. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have wonderful Obamacare. And I got to tell you, this is exactly what we get. You people out there say, well, you don't like Obamacare. You don't like Obama this. You don't like Obama that. You don't like Obamacare. And now you got it. You're stuck with it. You hate it. And it's only going to get worse. And it's designed to get worse. It's designed to get worse because you think it's bad now. You just wait till we get a single payer system, because that is the goal, folks. Do not freaking doubt me. It's the goal. They've said it. It is on tape. Barack Obama has said it. Bernie Frank has said it. Nancy Pelosi has said it. Even Hillary Clinton has said it. They've all said it. At some point in the recent past, that the final goal, the ultimate goal, is single-payer socialism health care. And if you think it's bad now, you think it's expensive now, you think it's difficult to get around it now, you just wait until we get single payer. Because it's coming, folks. It's not if, it's when. It is coming. And and then you got Sean today talking about, Donald Trump's going to talk about an alternative plan for healthcare. No, he doesn't. Donald Trump has got to say, get the hell out of healthcare government. Get the hell out of the way. Get out of it. There doesn't need to be a plan. My plan? No plan. Forget it. Get out. You don't belong there. It's unconstitutional. That's my plan. It's none of your freaking business what I do for my health care. Well, evidently somebody else thinks it is their business. They think it's the government's business, specifically the IRS. This is from Forbes magazine, Forbes.com. Small businesses are now threatened with a $36,500 IRS fine for helping employees with health insurance cost. Yeah, you heard me right, folks. $36,500 fine from the IRS. If you're a small business and you want to help your employees with their health insurance costs, I don't. We don't live in the United States of America anymore. I don't know where the hell we are. But here's the story. Small businesses that reimburse employees for the cost of premiums for individual health insurance policies or pay their health costs directly will be fined up to $36,500 a year per employee under a new Internal Revenue Service regulation that took effect July 1st. Now, according to the notice, an employer arrangement that reimburses or pays for employee individual health premiums is considered to be a group health plan that is subject to the, wait a minute, wait for it, that is subject to the $100 per employee per day penalty. The penalty applies whether the reimbursement is considered a before-tax or after-tax contribution. Are you freaking kidding me? So now your employer, he can't. This will get rid of those Cadillac plans. That's what they were talking about. It's not fair that you work for somebody who can afford to pay for your health care premiums. That's a Cadillac plan. I mean, that makes you rich. But we can't have that because if everybody else can't have it, you can't have it. And if your employer thinks they can afford it, well, we're going to make sure that they can afford it. It's the biggest penalty that nobody is talking about, says Kevin Coleman, Kuhlman, a policy director for the National Association of Independent Businesses. Now, the penalty for compensating employees for health care related expenses is enough to destroy most small businesses. This week, the IRS starts punishing businesses for helping workers buy health insurance. Let me repeat that. This week, July 1st, the month that we celebrate our nation's independence, the IRS starts punishing businesses for helping their employees buy mandatory health insurance. Are you people out there hearing me? The new IRS penalty is more than 18 times greater than the $2,000 employer mandate penalty under Obamacare for not providing qualifying health insurance for employees. And employers with fewer than 50 workers are not exempt as they are from employer mandated penalty. So you get penalized if you don't provide, and then you get whomped if you do provide. And, the small bit, the 50 or fewer workers, that exemption does not exist for this $36,500 fine. So you're a mom and pop shop. You and your wife and maybe your adult son are the only 3 employees of the business. And you think that you're going to be able to help, you think you're going to have your business buy or reimburse each one of you individually for your health insurance. And here comes the IRS. Oh, that'll be $36,500 fine for you, a $36,500 fine for your wife, and a $36,500 fine for your son. Pay up now. Look, don't think I'm they just said it. That's not an exaggeration. You don't get an exemption if you're under 50 employees. They're coming after they want to destroy business. And you've got people out there who do not want to repeal this. And I'm not talking Democrats. I don't want to hear any more of this repeal, replace crap. I just want to hear repeal. In fact, I don't want to hear repeal. I just want you to freaking repeal it. The good old Nike advertisement and slogan, just do it, is apropos for this. Just freaking do it. I mean, this is way beyond out of hand. There is no possible way that you can possibly tell me that this is good for the American economy and the American people. How is that possible? How is it possible that you have an employer who, they just, we're going to feel for our employees. We want to help them out a little bit. And don't think that you can just go out there and try to boost one's salary to help them pay for this, because the IRS will sweep in and say, no, what you're actually doing is You say that you're doing X by giving them like a $5,000 raise, but no. What you're actually doing is helping them pay for their health insurance. That's a $36,000 fine, buddy. Trust me, this is all coming into play for what? For wage control as well. Because now if you give your employee too big of a raise without giving them a new title or advancement, the IRS is going to construe that. Do not doubt me. They're going to construe that as being a payment, a subsidy for health care. And they are going to fine the hell out of you. This is all about wage control. This is about price control, of which there isn't any. This is about health care control. This is just about plain control, folks. Plain control. Look, I bet, most of you probably either don't know or forgotten that Hawaii passed a law that says you now have to be 21 in order to smoke. Smoke tobacco! Use a tobacco product. Illegal. You got to be 18. Or you can't be 18. You got to be 21. So, yeah, you can fly halfway across the world, get into an M1A1 Abrams tank at the age of 20, and blow to hell the enemy, kill every single one of them, take another human being's life, but you cannot take a puff of a cigarette in Hawaii legally. Now I know some, and I say the same thing about alcohol. And I know some of you think, well, Rod, that's a libertarian thought. No, it's not. It's a logical thought. How is it that it is quite all right for government to tell our young people exactly what they can and cannot do? But hey, you know what? You're not old enough to do this. You're not old enough to drink. You're not old enough to smoke. You're not old enough to do this. You're not old enough to do that. But you're old enough to do you're old enough to do two very, 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 very important things. Probably two of the most important things that you could possibly be charged with at the age of 18 to 20. You are old enough. Now, you're not old enough to drink. You're not old enough to smoke, but you're old enough to vote, and you're old enough to kill somebody else or be killed on the battlefield. How does that make any logical sense? Well, of course, it makes none. It makes absolutely no logical sense whatsoever. None of the and you run around talking about, well, everybody needs to have health insurance, and now everybody's got to have health insurance. So employers are saying, well, it's ending up being a lot more expensive than any of us thought, which is a bunch of bullshit, because those of us on the right told you the cost was gonna skyrocket, but you didn't believe it. So now you're caught by surprise, and you're saying, well, now we just want to try to help our employees because we want to keep our employees, right? Because they're good employees. So we're going to help them by help them pay a little bit or maybe all of their health insurance costs. And the IRS says, nope, slam, close that door. No. If you do that, you've got a nearly $40,000 fine waiting for you. And now you're standing there, with your shoulders up in the air and your hands up in the air saying, what? I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you were going to do that. I didn't know you wanted to do that. How can you do that? How can you take my money when I wanted to get... Look, it's not your money. How many times do we got to tell you that? When you have a runaway government that does not obey the Constitution, it is not your money. It all belongs to the government. They're just being nice enough to let you keep a little bit of it. It's not your money. Look, you earn $125,000. No, you don't. It's not yours. You earn $30,000. No, you don't. It's not yours. You earn $8.50 an hour. No, you don't. It's not yours. It all belongs to the government. So says the government through the IRS, through our taxation system. And they're telling you how to spend your money that they're letting you keep. And they're telling you if you spend it the wrong way, they're going to fine the hell out of you. You tell me if that's your money or not, if you get to spend it the way you want. You don't get to spend it the way you want because they're telling you how to spend your money. So if they're telling you how to spend your money, it's really not your money. It's theirs. Get it? Got it? Good.